Hey guys, what's up? How are you? For today's video, I wanted to share with you guys a foundation declutter video. So this has been on my to-do list for probably over 6 months now. The drawer is kind of like busting, if you know what I'm saying. So I figured it was time. The candle I'm burning today is this one, the replica Lazy Sunday Morning. It smells so good. 10 out of 10 for sure. Okay, so let's get started. I think this angle is good. I'll have my declutter playlist linked down below. My style is pretty much no games being played style. Keep it if you like it, if you want it. If it just doesn't work out for you, like move on to the next and best. I don't know if I'm going to be putting these on my Poshmark, but I'll leave my Poshmark link down below if I have a chance to put some of them up. If they're still on the newer side, then I'll put them there. But if they're either older or, you know, either sent to me or I'm just not wanting to put on Poshmark, it'll be going to friends and family, so nothing here is going to waste. I just always like to mention that because I have a decent amount of people in my life who don't really purchase makeup often, and I'm just always so happy to just give them. Why not, you know? Okay, first we have this one right here by the Sephora Collection brand. Best Skin Ever. Full coverage, feels lightweight. I love it. Keeping. Next, I have this right here by Makeup Forever, which is a brand new one to me. Just purchased it fairly recently. I didn't even have a chance to use it yet, but I heard great things about it, so I'm still gonna keep that. This right here is the brand new NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. I used this I think 2 or 3 times, and I'm still in between about this one. Not fully obsessed, but I don't hate it. A lot of you guys told me you love it, and I'm kind of like, ugh, is something wrong with like my face or something? You know what I'm saying? So we'll have to, I don't know, still play around with it. I don't want to give it up just yet because I want to try to make it work because it's so hyped and because yeah, it's a newer product, so we'll see. I'm gonna keep that. A product that I'm gonna declutter is, I think I'm gonna declutter this by ColourPop. It's the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Hydrating Foundation. I think this is nice. It gives you pretty light to medium coverage-ish, I would say. But I have other like foundations that I gravitate towards. It's not one that I love putting on, so it's okay. Look, it's decent, but I haven't used it in a while, so I think I'm gonna part ways with that. The next one I'm gonna declutter is this one right here by KVD Beauty. Oh. So this right here is the Good Apple Foundation. It's in a shade that's really dark for me. I picked it up in medium 042, which is just not my color. I don't really like this. I feel like it looks very heavy on the skin. I know there was so much hype around this, but I don't know, not one that I personally enjoyed. It has a very thick feel to it. It does have full coverage, but it just doesn't feel light on for full coverage. So I'm excited to say goodbye to that. I'm going to keep this right here by Urban Decay, the Hydromaniac Tinted Glow Hydrator. It's great for, I would say, dry skin. It covers well, like it's pretty much medium coverage, and I like how it looks on. I'm also going to keep this right here by Tarte, the Hydroflex C Serum Foundation. It has more of like a water-based feel to it, but it's pretty hydrating, and I like how it looks on the skin. I am going to go ahead and declutter this right here by Charlotte Tilbury, though. I just feel like this is not one that works out for me because the shade is so light and it just never looks the bestest. So I'm going to declutter that. I actually have the more of like her, what is that called? Charlotte Tilbury. I'm almost like tinted moisturizer in the car, which I'm pretty much done with, so I'm going to keep that one. But yeah, there's that. What else? Here, I'm going to declutter this one right here by Wet n Wild. It's just been in my collection for a while, and it's not one that I really reach for. It's the Dewy Foundation. I like it. I think it's great for like a drugstore foundation, but it's been in here for a while, and I just don't reach for it. So I'm going to declutter that. This right here by YSL has quickly become one of my favorites. It's beautiful on. I feel like it gives you medium to almost full coverage. It feels very lightweight, and it looks like your face, like it looks like skin. So I love that. I think I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this by Milani. I just never fell in love with it. It's definitely more like a thicker foundation, so it does cover well, but I just don't really think it's anything like amazing, I would say. So I'm gonna say goodbye to that. This right here by Kokie, I'm gonna declutter as well. I'll be honest, I don't even think I used it. No, it's practically brand new. So I think I'm gonna give this to maybe my sister. She's always looking for a good foundation. This might be nice, might not. It's supposed to give you a natural finish. So there's that, but I'm gonna declutter because I don't really reach for it. I'm also gonna declutter this one right here by Liora. This is one of my favorites, but it's definitely more on the older side. I know because I got this for sure over 2-3 years ago, so it's been a minute. I know that I'm probably halfway through with this one, but I'm going to declutter because it's a little bit more on the older side, but it's one of my favorites from the drugstore. So good. Next, all right, we're on a roll here. I'm gonna keep this one right here by Clinique. I just purchased this from the cosmetics company outlet store. So excited. Like, this seems like it's so gonna be right up my alley. Like, I love these kind of products where it's almost like a water foundation, but it gives you like nice coverage, you know? So we'll see about that one. I'm gonna keep it though. I'm really am not a fan of the Ilia Super Serum Skin Tint. I know tons of people love this. I just did not like how it made my face look. I felt like it really emphasized so much more texture than I had, and I just was not comfortable with it on. So I'm going to declutter that. I'm going to keep this right here by NARS. It's a full coverage foundation, the soft matte foundation. I love using this if I'm going for more of a matte type of look, which isn't that often, but it's also nice to wear with oils. So I'm going to keep that. Pretty good one. This is one I'm going to declutter, the Bye Bye foundation. I'm going to declutter this to my sister because it is a good product, but there are other foundations here that I typically use more. And I actually prefer their CC cream over this one. This just looks a bit more obvious in their CC cream. So I'm going to declutter that. Still good. Not my favorite though. What else? This is one I'm also going to go ahead and declutter. Rivka, actually my best friend, recommended this, but I don't really like it because it feels very heavy and thick on the face, I guess, compared to other foundations that I have and I prefer. So I'm gonna say goodbye to this. I might actually even give it to her because it's a one shade, like almost like fits all kind of thing, which I know it doesn't, but I think this should work out for her. It did give you, I would say, light to medium coverage, not that buildable, but I just felt like it looked and felt heavy for me, so I want to declutter that. I'm going to keep this by Fenty, the Ease Drop foundation. One of my favorites for sure when it comes to, well, it's not a foundation, it's a skin tint. One of my favorites when it comes to skin tint, so I'm going to keep that one. The Cali Ray Free Dreaming one looks like it's going to be a winner. I still didn't have a chance to use it because I just hauled it in my Sephora haul last week, so I didn't have a chance to like play, but we're going to keep that. I'm so excited. Next, I have this right here by Say. I'll be honest with you, I wasn't a fan of this the first few times I tried it. I don't know if I want to get rid of it because I just don't know if I gave it enough chances, you know? But I think, I don't know. Oh, well, I'm for sure going to keep this Tower 28 one because it's pretty good for a tinted moisturizer product. Let me hold off on that one for a sec. I have a bunch of Ofra foundations here. I know I don't need all of them, so I'm going to keep shade number 4, and I'm going to declutter shade number 2.25 and 4.25. Maybe my sister or to my mom, so one of those should be cool. I love this by Elf. I haven't used it in a very long time, but it's one of my favorites, the Camo CC cream. It gives you really nice coverage, I would say almost full, and looks just so nice on the skin. So I love this. I think it's amazing. Next we have this Rare Beauty. I don't know what the story is with this one. I know that I got it about a year ago, so it's not way too old. And I'll tell you honestly, I think I used this once and I don't even remember what the story is with this. So I'm gonna keep it, play around with it a little bit more, and like this, now that I'm actually getting rid of foundations, I'll see what I have and actually use it and not just like have it sit here, because it's like, enough is enough, you know? Enough is enough, Liora. Then I have the Screen Queen foundation here by Milani. With this one too, I think I used it possibly once. And it's an issue because I feel like I'm just accumulating so much. I find one or two that I really love, I stick to those, and that's great. But like, I neglect other ones that I have, so. I'm gonna declutter this one. Then I have the MAC Face and Body foundation. This is great if you want something just light and easy. It's so nice on the skin, so I'm gonna keep that. I also have the Huda Beauty, what is this called? Faux Filter Luminous Matte Foundation. For some reason, I feel like this has a similar finish to like this one by NARS, right? So I think I'm gonna declutter this. I also have this right here by Dior, the Skin Glow, one of my favorites. It's a little bit deep for me, so I typically wear this only when I'm self-tanned, but it's very pretty on the skin and very glowy. Love it. Next, I have this right here by Smashbox, the Studio Skin Full Coverage Foundation. I think this is really pretty on. It's also somewhat pretty, like glowy and somewhat hydrating. So I do like this, and the shade match is pretty good, so I'm gonna keep that. I think I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this right here by Milk Makeup. I like this. I think it's okay, but it's not one that I really reach for often. Also, this shade is one that I wear when I'm self-tanned, but I also have this by Dior, which I prefer over the Milk one. So I'm gonna declutter this. Next, I have this by Essence, the Pretty Natural Hydrating Foundation. I'm gonna keep this. I haven't given it enough love, I would say, but it is hydrating, which is awesome. I also have this one that I want to declutter because I think it's too dark for me, so I'm gonna say goodbye to that, but keep this. This is the Born This Way foundation, which I'm gonna keep. It's in the shade Warm Sand, which is pretty dark for me, but I'm gonna keep it for when I'm self-tanned. I don't think I've ever tried it. No, it's brand new and I heard great things about it, so I think it's a good size. So I'm good on self-tanning shades. This right here by The Ordinary is just decent. It's nothing to write home about, really. Kind of reminds me a little bit of like the NARS foundation. It does give you a decent amount of coverage. I kind of want to keep it because it's so affordable. So maybe I will keep that and I'll declutter this one by Elf because I like this one, but I prefer the Camo CC Cream by Elf more than this. So declutter this. I'll keep this one. Next we have the It Cosmetics by Your Skin But Better foundation. So good and hydrating. I love it, but I heard that those who have oily skin really like this too, so I want to keep that. Next I have this right here by Valentino. I'm very much so in between with this. I thought I would fall absolutely in love. Like I thought it would give me kind of like the same effect as the Dior Skin Glow foundation, but it kind of doesn't. Like it really just doesn't. But I paid like 70 bucks for this and it's still fairly new. So I'll have to like still play around with it to see what's up because it was definitely not love at first sight, but we'll keep that for now. I think I'm going to say goodbye to the Say Slip Tint. I'm just really not a fan, and I know I've given it a few tries, and it just wasn't my speed, so I'm going to say goodbye to that. Next, I have the Essence My Skin Perfector. I'm going to keep the Pretty Natural foundation and declutter this one, I'm thinking. One second. Whoa, very thick. Ooh, it feels nice. It feels kind of like primer. And it barely gives you any coverage, but ooh, it kind of blurs out too. It might be nice. Okay, let's keep it. Next, I have this by Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Flawless Filter Youth Glow, kind of like foundation illuminator product. So this definitely emphasizes my pores if I don't go in with a foundation on top. Like if I just wear this on its own, it's not necessarily my speed, but if it is blended in with a nice foundation, it does look really pretty. So I am going to keep this, plus it was so pricey. And I kind of like how it looks on the skin. You know, I want to declutter this. I have other tinted products that I like. I also have this right here by Maybelline, which is the Fit Me Tinted Moisturizer. This was just okay. It's just okay. Not really something that I really love compared to other tinted moisturizers. I don't even know how helpful this video is. I'm just like, yeah, love, no, hate, you know. But I'm going to declutter that. I'm also going to declutter the Smashbox Halo Healthy Glow just because I picked mine up in late medium, but I feel like the shade is kind of like awkward on me. And I just thought that this was okay. It really didn't blow my socks off my feet and didn't make me feel as confident as like other foundations make me feel. So I think I just maybe even used it like 3 times and I was like, okay, whatever, you know. I was like not that obsessed basically, so I decluttered that. 2 final foundations I have here are these. I have this from Huda Beauty, the stick foundation. It is on the newer side. I think I recently just got this in PR. Not that recent, I guess, but they did send this over, so I'm going to test this out and see what's up. So I'm going to keep that. And I think I'm also going to keep this by Urban Decay. I do like this. Like, it's really not one that I use over others as much as I would like, but when I do use it, I'm like, you know what, I'm just like, I love it, you know, like I can get down with this basically. So I'm gonna keep this as well. And then in this little section here, I just have like beauty blenders, so backups, basically, yeah. Okay, cool. So we're gonna wipe this down. I'm gonna see how much I kept and how much I'm decluttering. I'm gonna put my high-end foundations here, drugstore foundations here, and tinted moisturizers, I think, here. And glowy products here too. Okay, so I kept 25 in total. I put the drugstore ones here, high-end ones here, stick here, and this little one here too. And then here I put the tinted moisturizer type of products, illuminator, and some foundations too because it just didn't fit here. So definitely looks so much better than before. And as for the ones I'm going to declutter, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So I think this is actually the first time that I kept more than I'm decluttering. But looking in the drawer, and I really feel like I'm gonna use all of these products. Also, I know that some of them are almost on their last leg. Like this one is almost done. The Dior one is almost done. The Sephora one is halfway, well, yeah, somewhat halfway through. And then I just have a few new ones. That's why like I couldn't get rid of this and this, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope that it was still kind of interesting. I am just really, really happy with how the drawer is looking now. And like I always say, it's just so much more easier on the eyes. And now I can really like use everything that I actually have, you know, and kind of rotate through my goods. And I'm also gonna start doing my shop my stash videos again. So I'm actually gonna rotate through the stuff because I got a new desk and everything. I think that video went up yesterday. I told you guys a little bit about it there. But yeah, okay, that's pretty much it. I'm looking forward to reading your comments, and I'll see you guys in my next one.